Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Surfing the interwebs the other day, I came across something which I actually found rather interesting, and I thought people out there would actually be kind of fascinated by this article as well, because it is a little bit of Hollywood history regarding Johnny Depp and Pirates of the Caribbean. So let's just jump straight into it. So, Disney saved Johnny Depp's career by rejecting Steven Spielberg's Pirates of the Caribbean movie that nearly starred Robin Williams. That is interesting, because Robin Williams, one of my all-time favourites, when it was announced that he self-deleted, and me and a lot of my friends, because we were actually in work at the time, and obviously it was on the TVs or Hollywood comedian, Robin Williams says blah, blah, blah. And I could say that a lot of us were like, oh my God, a lot of us started tearing up because he was our childhood. We grew up with Robin Williams and stuff. So, but seeing this, that it may have starred him as well and Steven Spielberg, it kind of gives me that it could have been like Hook. Don't get me wrong, I love Hook. I grew up on that. But it's not exactly a great movie. So, 2 decades ago, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, hit movie theatres, and rest, as they say, is history. This iconic film not only emerged as a massive blockbuster, but also paved the way for one of the most successful movie franchises in history. During the early 90s, renowned screenwriters Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio set out on a mission to revitalize the pirate genre within the realm of cinema. Their creative minds converged to conceive an exciting concept centering around a thrilling swashbuckling adventure, drawing inspiration from the Pirates of the Caribbean Disney World ride. However, Spielberg was also interested in directing the film. Again, Steven Spielberg, one of the all-time great directors. It makes you think, what would his film have looked like, The script, Spielberg wanted Robin Williams as Jack Sparrow. The script caught the attention of Steven Spielberg, who expressed a strong interest in taking the directorial reins. Spielberg envisioned charismatic actors such as Bill Murray, Steve Martin, or Robin Williams for the iconic role of Captain Jack Sparrow. However, despite Spielberg's enthusiasm, Disney did not share the same enthusiasm for the script or the envisioned direction, leading to the shelving of the project. Now that's interesting, because Bill Murray or Steve Martin, I can't see them anywhere near this type of film. Robin Williams, yes, because obviously he's done Hook and he's done all of them, and Popeye in the 80s. But Bill Murray and Steve Martin, it's not their type of film. Even though Bill Murray did Ghostbusters and all that kind of stuff, he wouldn't have been a good Captain Jack. I think he would have been, if Bill Murray did Captain Jack, it would have been just a lazy actor. I think that's what that one would have been, even though I love Bill Murray. He would have just phoned it in, I think. Steve Martin, again, I think he may have done a bit like his character in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, with John Candy. I think he would have been that kind of, just an angry person. Robin Williams, on the other hand, I think he would have done it a bit like his Peter Pan role in Hook. Sorry for the interruption, folks. Just to let you know, I do have a gaming channel that I am currently trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. It would be great if you could consider heading over and subscribing. It is free for you, and it helps me out in the long run. Thanks very much, and enjoy the rest of the video. In 2002, producer Jerry Bruckheimer took charge of the project, revitalizing its development. Bruckheimer enlisted the original writers, Terry and Ted, to refine the script. They skillfully incorporated a supernatural element inspired by the narration of the theme park ride, adding an exciting twist to the story. Gore Verbinski was handpicked by Jerry Bruckheimer to direct the film, and Verbinski enthusiastically embraced the concept, driven by his appreciation for the popularity of pirate movies during Hollywood's golden age. Yeah, it's because obviously before Pirates of the Caribbean, you had Cutthroat Island, which that actually put Carolco out of business. And Carolco were the ones who did, or Carolco, whatever you want to call it, they're the ones who did like the Rambo series. They did the Terminator films. They did all these huge films. Total Recall, Basic Instinct. They were going to do a huge, and I mean a huge, action epic film called Crusade with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Paul Verhoeven, director of Basic Instinct, RoboCop, Total Recall. It would have been huge. But they decided, you know what, we're going to go with a pirate film starring two people who literally no one wants to watch, which at the time was Gina Davis and Matthew Modine. And, you know, well, first of all, Matthew Modine wasn't meant to be him. It was meant to be Michael Douglas, but he pulled out. And you had Rennie Harlan. At the time, fair enough, he was a huge director. Did Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger with Stallone. They were like, yeah, we'll do it. And they just turned it into a complete wreck of a film. It bankrupted the studio. And it's like, okay, gonna give it to a husband and wife team instead of giving it to possibly the biggest action star of the decade, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we're, you know, and not the director of RoboCop and Total Recall, some of the best sci-fi action films ever, you know? But Johnny Depp, again, we've kind of seen this before. Johnny Depp wasn't the first choice for the role. Disney was in search of a well-known actor to portray the iconic character, Jack Sparrow. Michael Keaton, Jim Carrey, Christopher Walken for the role? Yeah. I could see any of them in it. Jim Carrey would have been way too much over the top. Could have been a bit funny. Could have been like his Riddler, who knows? But Gore Verbinski introduced the idea of Johnny Depp for the part. And to be honest with you, no one else could do Jack Sparrow now. Literally, that film cemented, no, Pirates of the Caribbean is Johnny Depp. Although the studio initially had concerns about Depp's marketability, they ultimately decided to cast him in the iconic role. This choice turned out to be a crucial turning point, as Johnny Depp's depiction of Captain Jack Sparrow not only exceeded all expectations, but also went on to become one of the most iconic and cherished performances in the history of cinema. Very true. He was nominated for a Best Actor role for this film. You know, that's how good it was, and everyone loved it. And you don't get, well, now it's a little bit different, but genre films never really got noticed by the Oscars for these type of awards anyway. You know, post-production, you know, visual effects, you know, production design, cinematography, sound, those ones would normally get the Oscar nominations for these type of films. The actors, directors, and writers never did, but this one did. While delving into the world of pirates, Johnny Depp unearthed the intriguing fact that they were akin to the rock stars of their time. Drawing inspiration from this realization, Depp modeled Captain Jack Sparrow's mannerism after Keith Richards. And then Keith Richards plays his dad. It's amazing. Hiya, Jackie. You know, it is amazing. To conceal Depp's modern tattoos and further authenticate his character, the makeup team expertly applied charcoal to his skin. And it says that it's currently on Disney+. Yeah, it is. You know, it's absolutely amazing to see how these type of films, we could have got a completely different Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean. And with this as well, it's actually interesting to see that even though that is the title, it doesn't mention anything about saving Johnny Depp in the article. I just thought I'd just bring that up at the end because it's not on there, like, you know, it just doesn't say anything. But yeah, let me know below. What do you think? You know, what do you think Robin Williams would have done with the role? Do you think he would have been good? Do you think it would have been like this film Hook from the early 90s? Let me know down below. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you all soon.